Hello, this is Mr. Umi 1974, and welcome back to Agrarian Skies, a mod pack by JABBA on the Feed the Beast launcher. Today we are going to start working on a quest. Excuse me. And the quest is moving power, and they're just basically talking about some of the conduits that you can use to move power. And we've got three kinds of conduit: rednet energy cable, leadstone energy conduit, or three redstone energy conduits. And we will be basically going through those and making them. I'm gonna sleep real quick and then I'll be right back. Okay, I've returned and let's get to work. The first thing that we need to do is make some redstone cable, which that wonderful raw plastic dust is going to help us make that. Because in order to make redstone energy cable, there's two recipes actually. One so you can make 6 at a time, and one that you can make 1 at a time. But we need sheets of plastic. So we need to be able to make the rednet cable. Basically, you need to get some rubber, cook it in the furnace. So we end up with rubber bars. From the rubber bars, you cook those again in the furnace, and then you end up with raw plastic. And with raw plastic, you take that and you go something like this, which will give you plastic sheets, which are oh so important. And then we need to take the plastic sheets and use those to make rednet cable, which is just basically some redstone, which I actually have on me, surrounded by plastic. So I'm going to make as many as I got there. 64. Awesome. Then we need a block of redstone, which is boom. And I'm just going to make 9 just to be on the safe side. We've got a block of redstone. Clear this out. I think it's 6 redneck cable and 2 gold or something along these lines, or something along these lines, or I don't quite remember. That was the recipe that I was after, and that should give us redneck cable, which seems to be broken, unless I messed this up. Let's take a look and make sure I get this redneck cable. 134, 144, 144. So I looks like I did that correctly, but 144. It didn't work. So we're going to just go try to do this the other way, which is just a single piece, which is just 2 redstone, some gold nuggets, and a piece of cable. I am not liking the looks of this. It looks like the recipe has changed. So I will have to do some looking up. So be back in a bit. Okay, I'm back and I figured out what the problem is. Besides screaming gas. The problem is the fact that you need an electrum ingot in order to make the necessary red net electrical conduit or whatever it is. So basically what you need to do is take some gold. I just put everything away like a goofball. So take a piece of gold, or 2 pieces of gold, some silver, and stick these in a pulverizer and pulverize those up. And I'm actually going to go turn off my screaming gas, so I'll be right back while that's going on. Because they're getting a little annoying. And anything I need from them right at this instant isn't really necessary, so I'm going to turn that off. So now that I'm back, since these are now pulverized, we'll take these and mix them into electrum blend, give me a total of 4, and then you put that into a furnace which will give you the electrum ingots. Now the pattern is 2 electrum ingots, a redstone, and all the rest is that red net energy cable, or red net cable, and that gives you the 1 red net energy cable that you need, or you'll end up making 6. So the next thing that we need to make is, let's see. Leadstone energy cable, which, if I remember correctly, leadstone's the easy one. I just need some, let's see if I can find it around here, some lead ingots. I think it's 10 ingots, that's the other one I need. Stick this back in here, so that would be leadstone energy conduit, a piece of glass, some lead ingots, and I need to go grab the glass, which is somewhere around here. That glass means that glass in my inventory, which is just a piece of these surrounded by 2 rows of and that gives us 6 of those. Next is a redstone hardened energy conduit. So we gotta look that one up. Hardened energy conduit. I've got a funny feeling that is just a leadstone energy conduit with some in-bar nuggets and some redstone, or a 3 with a bar and redstone. So I think we're going to do the 3 and in-bar bars, because I don't want to have nuggets laying around. I mean, do you guys? Nah. Not if I can help it. So that would be And I forgot the pattern already. Let me put this one in there. There's also hardened energy conduit to hardened energy. Well, that was not what I wanted to do when I put this recipe in. And that's probably a good thing that I did that. And that would give me 3 of these with some redstone. Like so. They transfer 400 versus the 80. So they're a little bit better. Now, hopefully I can upgrade the next one, which I don't know if I can do, which is redstone energy conduit. Which, you know, in order to make that, I need a redstone, an empty redstone energy conduit, which is electrum, 2 electrum ingots and hardened glass. And the way you need, what you need to do to get hardened glass is you need to take some obsidian, throw it into a pulverizer, which is going to give you dust. And then there should be an induction smelter here. I think it's let me look real quick. I think it's sand and sand or glass, one of the two, and I'm not seeing it on the top of my head here. Solid glass, that's not what I'm looking for. I know it's in here somewhere. Well, here's the empty. Hardened is pulverized obsidian with lead. So once we get our pulverized obsidian here, it looks like we got a fair amount too. I'm gonna take 64 of that and grab some lead ingots, which I actually have in my inventory, and come down to this induction furnace, put those in along with the obsidian dust, and hopefully get out some hardened glass. Should have enough now. And then from there we take that hardened glass, put the electrum bars or ingots around it, and we get empty redstone conduit. Now this redstone thruster. Interesting. We need to put destabilized redstone into to make the energy conduits. And basically, how do we get that? We basically take redstone and melt it down. So we need to find our magma crucible, which is, that's the induction magma crucible. Now this is not in the right spot. We need to move some stuff around here. Glacial precipitator, liquid transposer. So we want to take and put a liquid transposer next to a induction furnace. And make sure that this that's set as an output. We don't want to set that as an output. We want to set that as an input. Don't really care about the outputs. We can put the conduits down in here. And the next thing we need to do is, this shows whether we're putting it in and putting it out. We could just fill buckets up if we wanted to, but we're not going to. So we want to take this and change that to an output and this to an input. Now we're just going to stick redstone in here and wait for it to basically just output into this. Until we have our 6 redstone energy conduits that are full. Now we got a bit of leftover destabilized redstone in there, which we're not going to worry about at the moment. Okay, now that we have our redstone energy conduits, hardened conduits, leadstone energy conduits, and rednet energy cables, we can take a look at the quest book. I think they wanted all these turned in. Manual submit. Now, you've got a choice of 3 generators, a high temperature generator furnace from open blocks. These are all open blocks, and just give me a second and I'll give you some more details on these. Okay, after looking into the generators here, we've got a culinary generator. That basically will generate power from food, and then it will generate more power, or it will generate power based on the how fulfilling the food is. So not something that I would take. Heated redstone generator. This will supposedly run off the description. Run off of lava or heated redstone, or lava or leadstone to generate power. Possible. Don't know how good this is. And a high temperature furnace generator runs off of coal or any furnace fuel, and the longer it runs, the hotter it gets, the more power it puts out. So, but it's a very inefficient generator. So really, I think these were all kind of troll items. I really have no use for any of them, personally. And as for the reward bag, because it just comes with this, you don't have to choose which one. If I was to select one of these, I am not going to be generating things by food, energy by food. That's kind of stupid, especially on this map. Redstone, not big fan of the redstone. I probably would go with the high temperature furnace generator just because it doesn't sound like it needs any water. And coal is easy to come by. So that's the one that I would take. And let's take a look at our bag. We got a greater bag with that. And we'll put all this stuff away. That's all that there was to it. I hope you enjoyed excuse me, this episode. I apologize for the coughing. My allergies and asthma have been acting up, and I'm sorry about that. Not much I can do. So, that's about it. Thank you for joining me, and I hope you enjoyed this episode of Agrarian Skies. Next episode, what are we going to do? Probably feel my power. And I don't know what that all does, but we'll I'll take a look at that, and we'll do that next time. Librarian, yeah, that's really not one that has to be done anytime soon. The others, the mushroom, I can actually pull those down and put those in my chest actually. I didn't grab those because I was afraid that I wouldn't have a whole lot of stuff. So this one, deeper we must go. They're both greater bags. So just grab one. Claim the reward. I wonder if I... That's weird. So... Okay, we'll try this again. And it does not like to let me claim this reward. That is very interesting. How about the pastoral life? Pastoral life was good, greater, so that should be this one, and we'll claim that one. So we'll take all that stuff and put my flowers, my mystery safari net in there, now that we have 4 of those. And mystery safari nets change. I think they're random mobs, so... And put the greater bag in there. As for the other one, go back and look at that. Maybe I need to have that auto brewer in my inventory. I'm gonna go see. Okay, now that I have the auto brewer in my inventory, we'll try claiming this quest again. And like I said, they're both greater, so... That one selected, claim reward. That's interesting. So I guess because I did the quest after that, I can't claim the reward. That's an interesting little tidbit. And the wooden fish sword one, which is a item of, which is the raw fish was aspect 5 and the wooden sword was silk touch. Aspect 5 or silk touch. No, I think I would take the silk touch because that's just the way I want to roll. And then take those 2 rewards and put them in the thing. The sword also. The creepy doll. We used that earlier. And that's a little annoying that I can't claim this one. Might have to remake that auto brewer or something, and just kind of bizarre. But not that it matters. Well, I hope to see you next episode, and yeah, bye.